this is Mahjville. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you can stay and subscribe, and we'll be able to hopefully play one day at a personal table. So I am on ilovemahj.com. It is a web-based app, which I really enjoy because I think that it has tons of great activities that I really like using. And in particular, I love playing with their bots, especially the 3-level bot, because I think it replicates the real life experience that many of us are looking for. So let's play and see what we can do with our Charleston as well. I am going to record this game. I think what it does is it takes you, if we go in to see my stats, it looks at all of the hands that I've completed and allows me to see what my winning percentage is, as well as the amount of the card lines I've completed, so I don't have to manually keep track of them. This is not exactly representative because I haven't been keeping track of my in-person games here, but for 2026, I will, and I'm really excited about that. All right, let's go back to playing and go to the game launch pad. I'm going to play with bots. I'm going to set the bot level at 3. You can learn more about the bots here and what kind of experience you should expect. And I'm going to launch this game. I would not like to be invited to live games today. Maybe we can create a group for Mahjville and do a live game, but during this practice session, I do not. I also really like the feature of being able to change the tiles. They do have the Mahjong line here, which, it's really fun to switch it up sometimes. But for me, I like the large print, so I'm just going to stick to it.
First Charleston.
All right, let's see what we got here. At the beginning of the Charleston, I really like using these two functions of sort by rank and sort by suit, just to see what I've got. So I have 2 flowers, I have a west, 2 soaps, I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 7, 8. And then by suit, I really have a wide spread. Nothing's really jumping out at me in terms of the different combinations I could make. And at this point, I'm not picking a hand. I think it's very important in the success of the game. You're dealt with 13 or 14 tiles, depending on whether you're east. It really depends on the Charleston, I think, how much success you'll have, but also on what you end up picking. So we really want to strengthen our hand so that when we go into the game, we are able to call and or choose our picks wisely. And for here, we've got 2 flowers. We're going to hold that and a joker. Right? While it's frowned upon to pass a flower, a joker is an illegal move, so we're not able to pass a joker regardless. And I've never actually attempted to pass a joker in ilovemahj, so I'm not sure if it will let me. But if this happens to you in real life, you just pass it back and say, I don't think you meant to pass me this. So we're going to hold on to these 3 tiles, and then we're going to work with the remainder of them. Because I am east, I did end up with 1 extra tile, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. All right, so I've got 2 pairs, and I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 odd tiles, and 1, 2, 3, 4 even tiles. Yes, I count the west as an even tile because in the Winds and Dragons, west goes with any even numbers, and so I typically tend to call that. So we have more odd tiles, and the section that I want to play with is potentially consecutive run, potentially 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, which is the odds section. And for that, I don't need an 8, I don't need a 2, and I don't need this other 8. But I'm not going to pass 2 8s together and build somebody else's hand. So I am going to pass the, I'm going to pass west, and I'm going to pass a 2, and I'm going to pass this 8. I chose not to pass this 8 because it does go with a 7, so 7, 8 is a sequence, and just in case Lady Luck is not in my good favor, maybe I'll end up switching this section. Okay, so it looks like I picked up a 5, I picked up a 6, I picked up some solid cards. So now I've got a 5, 5, 6, 7, which is also a sequence, and I'm going to try and determine, is that a hand that I want to play? So whether or not I choose to keep my soaps will be up to debate. So let's see, so 3, 7, 8, I could do the section under odds, but for now I'm going to hold on to my 5, 6, 7, 9 and see if I pick up another 8, and I'm going to go ahead and break up one of my soaps because I don't see a hand with the dragons unless I do the 5, 7, 9, but those are matching dragons unless I do the 1, 3, 5 with opposite dragons, and I would really need 2 of those, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so we're still in the odds section. All right, we've picked up some more cracks. We're really strengthening our crack hand, and because we have the 2 flowers, we can really start to pay attention to that 3rd hand down in that section, but I'm not really, again, picking a hand at this point. So I am going to let go of the 3, 7, and soap. And we've picked up another 1, which is okay, but not really that great because this is a high odds hand versus a low. So we're going to pass over. If I have 3 tiles to give, I typically do not stop the Charleston. Right? If I have 3 tiles to give, I do not stop the Charleston. If I have less than 3, then I absolutely do stop the Charleston. And I know it looks like I only have 2, but remember the 1s aren't really necessary to my hand. And as much as this is a game of multiples and I might want to build using that 1, I don't need it. So I am going, what I do need is an 8, and that's the gap. So I am going to continue the Charleston to see if I pick that up. So I'm going to let go of the 6, 9, and the 1 and see what I get. Okay, so I didn't really get anything I needed. So I'm going to continue just passing those tiles. Okay, I picked up a 7, 9, and a 5. It's not, I'm going to pass on the hand. I'm going to pass on the crack for 1, the 5, and the 9 just to see what I get.
Courtesy pass.
All right, so I got the 1 crack back. I have 3 tiles, so I'm just going to pass those over. I don't want to pass an 8 and an 8, so I'm going to do this. All right, so now we've got, let's see, if we've got a bit of gap, right? We can't do the consecutive run line number 1 because I don't have any 8s. I also have 2 flowers that I want to maximize, and at this point, line number 3 is looking pretty solid, right? I'm missing 2 flowers, and if I do 5, 6, 7, I've got a number of discards. Now, Michelle Frizzle from the Mahj Life does say that if you have 4 or more discards, you're really an underdog. If you have 4 or less, you're a contender. And I would say we're sitting at that 5 discards, so we'll see how that goes if we want to maximize the use of our flowers. Now, if we pick up a flower, that joker really helps us out. So I'm going to start by discarding the 4 because we don't need it.
Flower.
Okay, well, here we go. Do we want to call that flower? Because we need 4 of them is important, and it depends on your risk level, right? For now, I feel comfortable. There are 8 flowers. I feel comfortable not calling this because I don't want to expose my joker. So I'm going to let that one go.
So.
And potentially use
North.
my joker to help me fill another gap in my hand. I am
8 bam.
Doing pretty strong because I do have 2 pairs, and pairs are something that you can't call for.
Green.
All right, I'm going to let the
6
go.
dot. 8 bam.
Don't need it.
Green.
There are no cracks.
Flower.
All right, 2 down. 2 flowers down. It's a moment of panicking for me sometimes because I get to this level and I'm like, oh man, people are throwing down these flowers so fast. Do I call? I'm going to let this one go. And actually, I'm going to call for it. Let's call. And discard
8
the
bam. 2 crack.
And this is where, in a moment of panic, I have called.
4 bam.
So let's see if we can pick
4
up
dot.
a flower
2 crack.
to get a joker exchange.
8 crack.
All right, so 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. We don't need the 8.
1 bam.
We don't need the east.
7 dot. 1 crack. Joker swap.
Oh,
3 dot.
took my joker. That's okay.
5 dot.
which
Four
is the
bam.
risk that we take by exposing
bam.
early.
9 dot.
I don't need the 4, but I'm going to hold on to it just in case I pick another one and I want to do 4, 5, 6. And that's really the beauty of a consecutive run. You can be
9
flexible.
bam. 5 dot. 7 dot. South.
Okay, well, I've got number 1, but now I have all these exposures.
8 dot.
Which is another
6
reason
dot.
not to do early
9 bam.
exposures.
North.
All right, we've picked up our 5. We don't need
9
the 9.
crack. Red. 9 bam. 9 dot. 9 crack.
We
Flower.
don't need the 9. Oh, there's the flower.
South.
Don't need a south.
2 dot. Call. 1 bam.
All right, so there's a 2 dot joker, so we want to keep our eye on
9
it,
dot.
just in case.
7 dot. 1 bam. 7 bam. West.
All right, so here's where it gets interesting. We could do 5, 6, 7, or we could do 4, 5, 6.
8
So
crack.
I'm going to let the 8
Red.
go regardless because we
8
don't need
dot.
it.
Mahjong.
Oh, and Bot Kurt Zippus got line number 2 under odds. All right, let's do it again. Let's see if we can win this next one.
First Charleston.
Congratulations to Bot Kurt. All right, let's organize by rank, by suit. Seem to have a lot of 2, 6, 8s. A lot of 2, 6, 8s. We're not picking a section. We're picking right now what we want at Charleston. So I am going to let the 7 go. So we've got a lot of evens and there's no purpose of the odds in our hand just now. I don't like splitting up 1 and 2 sometimes, only because there is a hand that allows you to build a 1, 2, 3, and it can be used at a couple of different places: consecutive run, winds and dragons. So I'm gonna keep the 1 and 2 just for one more pass. We picked up a 4. And we picked up a 5 and a 9. And at this point, the 1 doesn't serve me anymore because I would have to pick between this and an even hand. And so I'm going to let the 1 go. I'm also letting all the bamboos go, which is not ideal, but neither is holding on to them. I'm going to let the 1 go. And here's where I really need to start thinking, what hand do I want to play? Right? Right now I have 0 flowers, so the 2, 4, 6, 8 hand is not ideal. But the 2, 4, 6, 8 section can be. So within that we have the hand that has 2s, the 3rd hand from the bottom, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 2, 4, 6. I've got 1, 8 here. It has to be a pair of 8s, which is not very flexible, so I typically don't like playing that hand. There's also the first hand, 2, 4, 6, 8. And we could potentially play that, but right now we do need to pass 2 more tiles, and so it's important for us to determine exactly what we want to do. And I think this is a situation that really gets me nervous because I'm not entirely comfortable trying to make such a quick judgment during the Charleston. But let's try. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and then I have 6s here and 6s here. So I don't want to pass those if I decide to hold on and use my joker for one of the flowers. So that is 1 hand, which means they don't need this 8. If I do a different hand and do, let's see, the first one, which is 2s, my 6s aren't really necessary, but if I pick some more 4s, I could potentially use those. Or I could split them up and do 4s and 8s, but that's not really maximizing my tiles, so I'm not going to do that either. If I do the 2, 4, 6 hand, I need this 8. Well, I don't need this 8, and I don't need this 8. So a lot of different places I could go, but I'm going to make a decision and stick with it because even though it's not ideal, it is the decision that I need to make. And so I am going to let go of the 2 and keep the rest of them. All right, like I said, I still have 3 tiles to give, and I am going to continue. Right?
Second Charleston.
The good news is I did pick up an 8, so I do have that 2, 4, 6, 8, and a pair of 6s and a pair of 6s. So I'm doing pretty well for the Charleston. I don't know what that means for my competitors' hands, but I'm going to keep the 6s and pass either the 2 or the 8. And in this case, I will pass the 2 because I had to make a choice. I don't need any 3 of these. I could use the 4, but I don't need it, so I'm going to pass it over. And I don't need any of these 3, so I'm going to pass those over. And while it looks like I've picked up 2 dots and a crack, I don't need those for my section or hand. And I'm going to pass those over.
3 crack.
And I didn't really get anything I wanted. So I've got 3 discards and a need for 3 flowers.
5 dot.
Don't need the 5.
Flower.
Well, too early to call a flower. Don't need the 4, but I'm going to keep it.
West. So. 3 crack.
Don't need the 3 crack.
7 crack.
No. I'm looking for a 6.
5 dot. West. 5 crack.
Don't need that.
4 crack.
Don't need that.
7 dot. 6 bam. 1 dot.
Looking
East.
for a 6. Looking for a 6. I'm going to pass over the
1
1
bam. Green. 6 crack.
And there we go. So I am going to call this and pung it.
Call.
Great.
2 crack. 4 crack.
Don't need the 4.
6 bam. 5 crack.
All right, let's get rid of this 4.
4 crack. 4 bam.
Don't need it.
2 bam.
No.
Green.
Don't need the 5. We're looking for flowers or 6s.
5 crack. 3 dot. 2 dot. 5 dot.
And I'm really not getting dealt
9 bam.
any flowers.
3 bam. Flower. Flower.
Oh. Oh, my mouse is a little slow. Let's see.
8 crack.
There we go.
1 dot. 1 bam. 1 dot.
Okay. Don't need the south.
South. 7 dot.
Don't need the 7 dot.
3 crack.
No.
8 bam.
No. No.
9 bam. Red.
And in my
1
mind,
bam.
I know I'm saying this out loud quite a bit,
Green.
but I also say a lot of no's in my mind just
East.
so I can remember
West.
that that isn't something I've needed.
1 crack.
I also try not to
1 crack.
hit the ignore super quickly. Okay, so we've picked up a joker. So now I need a flower or another joker. I'm gonna let the
8
go.
dot. Red. East. 1 dot.
Don't need that. Don't need a
7 dot. 2 crack.
Mm-mm,
South. 8 dot.
mm-mm.
7 crack. 7 crack. East. 8 dot. 3 dot. 4 bam.
Someone must be playing with the 6s because I don't
3
see
dot.
them in the discard either.
5 bam. 3 bam. 4 dot. Mahjong.
And they were. Someone was playing with the 6s. And Kurt won again. So first things first, etiquette-wise, congratulations, bot Kurt. Well played. He was holding on to my 6s. And we started out with 5 discards, so we were a bit of an underdog. But I think we did pretty well. If you enjoyed my streaming experience, please subscribe, follow, check me out on Instagram, where I am planning on starting a tournament in the Nashville area. So if you're here, check me out. Until next time, thank you.